this. Look at this. We're back.
We came back for one reason.
One reason.
What's
Fear. Fear.
Fear is our reason.
Fear.
One of the purposes of this channel for us is to help ourselves and others consistently practice transforming fear.
We didn't start out blabbing about fear. Initially, Our first channel, we talked about acceptance.
We did.
We thought that was pretty awesome. We interviewed a lot of people who thought acceptance was the thing.
We thought acceptance was the thing.
We did, and it's a thing. But it's
totally
not
a thing.
The thing.
Right. That's what we found out.
That's not.
We thought it was a core thing.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's not.
It's not a core thing.
No.
It's an orbiting thing around something else. So we thought that something else was inclusion.
Right.
Yeah. And we
thought we'd gotten to the deep.
We thought we were at the core.
The mantle of the earth.
That's right. We were in the center of it all.
The core of it all.
And
humanity.
We interviewed people about inclusion, and it was awesome. And we played games, and it was inclusive and awesome.
And we had fun.
And then we discovered that wasn't the core at all.
No, that wasn't the core either.
So we stopped recording.
Yes. Time out.
Time out. Let it sit. We had to let it sit like the sourdough starters that everyone's doing now.
Oh, people are getting mad about that, by the way.
Already. So you let a sourdough starter sit, and then it sours, and then you feed it like a very small, floury child.
Right.
And then it stays forever, and it grows, and you add it to other loaves, and the analogy just breaks down after that. But
you're trying.
I tried. And we found the core.
We did find the core.
All the bad stuff.
There's nothing below this core.
This is the core.
This is it.
What is it?
The center of the jelly donut. Oh,
it is fear. Fear is the root. It is the beginning. It is the center.
It is the driving force.
Of all of our freaky problems.
Yes. Of all of our misery and our suffering. Honestly, I don't know that I've said this, but I was a little nervous at first about what we found, because I was a little concerned that, in a way, we were going to have to explore the dark side.
Well, we might.
And I wasn't sure how people would feel about a channel that explored the dark side. But then, my lovely partner in crime, Christina, said, nope, we gotta face it head on. Gotta just look it in the eye and do it. This channel is now our journey to keep learning new and interesting ways to use fear appropriately, and more importantly for me at least, is to not to misuse fear. We are going to offer you all kinds of games, thoughts, journeys, books, TV, whatever.
Whatever occurs to us.
Yeah, whatever occurs to us, because to be honest, something may work one time on your fear, and then it may not work the next, and then it may work again the next time. So it's really great to have a robust toolbox of things that we can use to transform our fear so that we don't misuse it.
Nothing is planned.
Nope.
Nothing.
Sky's the limit.
Don't be afraid. Just do it.
And with that, should we segue to our Rex?
Let's segue to our Rex. Now, we're going to make recommendations on anything that strikes us as interesting or thoughtful. It should or might, who knows if it's going to connect to fear or not. I don't know. But at least it'll be distracting. We have not told each other our Rex.
No, we haven't. Which has been, frankly, hard for me, because every time we talk about this channel, I want to tell Christina.
Don't tell me anything. I don't want to hear it.
Do you want to go first?
I'd like you to go first, because mine's ridiculous.
Really? Okay. So mine is coincidentally a Star Trek thing, which is funny because Christina is the Trekkie, not me. When Discovery came out, I was very excited. I loved it. And then Picard just came out, and I love that. So I was watching Picard, and ironically, because they filmed it months ago, a lot of the theme around the first season of Picard is fear. So my two favorite quotes on fear from Picard are, one, fear is the great destroyer, which I agree. And this, in the context, just so you know, is people being afraid of synths, and again, other or unknown things or people, because in Star Trek it could be a thing. So that's one, and that's what he was talking about in that reference. Then the other reference that I love is fear is an incompetent teacher.
Oh boy, is it ever. Yeah.
And that one came out of towards the climax and trying to figure out how to prevent, in their case also.
No spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers. Okay.
So here's more good news. Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir Pat Stew, that's what he is on Instagram, Sir Pat Stew. I love that. Anyway, he convinced CBS to give a month free trial to everybody out there who wants to watch Picard. So for a month, if you go to, I think it's cbs.com or cbsaccess.com. I'm not sure. We'll put it in the comments, right? We'll put it in the
thing.
info.
Put it in the thing.
The info.
Let's call it the thing. I like the
thing. All right,
thing.
we'll put it in the thing. So that's my rec.
It's a good rec. And it's Trekkie, and I approve. So I actually had some quotes prepared about fear, but Annie stole quotes right out from under me. This morning, I was checking my Twitter. I was tweeting a little bit. I usually check it more than I tweet. And I ran across this one person sharing, retweeting something from Steakum. You know those little thin frozen steaks?
No.
There's little in your freezer section of the store where there's meats. There are little thin boxes of like Philly cheesesteak thin steak, and there are these thin pressed sheets of beef. They tweeted like 6 different postings about what you need to think of when you are reading newspaper headlines, when you are reading any kind of articles or you're getting somebody's advice, how you should process it to tamp down your fear and lean on the facts and lean on known elements that are repeatable and empirical evidence and the things that we can really rely on, especially with this pandemic going on. And a lot of people are just amazed that these words, these really logical, critically thought out words about how we consume our media, came from Steakum. It starts out, a friendly reminder in times of uncertainty and misinformation. Anecdotes are not data. Good. Good data is carefully measured and collected information based on a range of subject-dependent factors, including, but not limited to, controlled variables, meta-analysis, and randomization. The classic parts of the scientific method. And the other part of me seeking wisdom in Steakum postings is, don't be afraid to look foolish. I mean, I reposted that, and goodness knows everyone knows I'm not afraid to look stupid and foolish. All kinds of sources can be a source of something to think about that is good and says truth. And I'm as surprised as anybody that Steakum did this. It's great, if you think about it, great for marketing. I mean, they're, intellectuals, thin frozen steaks.
Well, and again, it's just another way to help us transform fear. It's another tool in your only use fear appropriately toolbox.
And you notice sometimes humor isn't too far behind if you let yourself take a little bit of a step back.
Well, I was going to say one last thing I want to leave everybody with is a notion that another friend of mine was talking to me about having parallel emotions. So you can be afraid, assuming you're using, you can be afraid, period. Hopefully you're not misusing it, but you can also be afraid and then laugh at the same time. And that's not bad. It's not saying whatever the fear is, you're not discounting it or downplaying it, but at the same time, it's a relief and it can balance out your fear. It also is a way to show yourself you're not totally down the fear spiral, fear, anxiety, whatever, shame spiral, because you can still laugh. And laughter, it's cliche, but it is for a reason, is the best medicine. And sometimes laughing will really just help you transform your fear.
Basically, we're back. And, join us on whatever it is this is. It's never been more amorphous than now. We don't know what we're doing. That's fine.
But we know we need it, and we know we need you to join us.
Right.
So
just remember, use your fear wisely.
Oh, is that our new ending?
I don't know. See you next time.
Bye. Which reminds me, are we going to talk about